Hey guys, welcome to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Morgan and I'm the maker behind LA Crochet, and if you're one of my fabulous returning crochet friends, then hey, welcome back. In today's video, we are going to be tackling some custom orders together. We're going to be making some little Larry turtles. We are going to be making a jumbo taco cat, and we're also going to be opening up some fan mail, and there may or may not be a snake saga update in this video as well. If you guys are following along with that, just brace yourselves because I've got more to the story for you guys. A few announcements before we get started. I am beaming right now. At the time that you guys are watching this video, my Lil Pup dress up pattern is officially out now on my Etsy. I love this pattern so much, you guys. I cannot contain it. They are so cute. The Little Pup dress up pattern includes 6 different outfits. So of course we have the hot dog pup pattern. We also have the corn dog here. We have the fetch fries, and then there's also the subwoofer, the pepperoni pizza, and the taco pup costume. And the cool thing about this pattern is, of course, it's in the dress up collection. So all of the outfits are completely removable and you can mix and match them. It is the perfect pattern for markets. I've always found that when a plushie has like an interactive element like this, where the person can kind of like dress up the plushie, it always garners so much attention. And this one is just perfect with all of the different food outfits and like the puns with the subwoofer and the corn dog. Plus, most of the outfits are completely no-sew, and the pup's body is low-sew as well. So the only sewing required for the pup's body is just the ears to the head and then the head to the body. If I had to choose, I think, I don't know, maybe the fetch fries or the hot dog pup might be my favorites. So if you would like to grab this pattern, it is out now on my Etsy. The link is in the description box below for you guys. The pattern is also discounted right now to celebrate its release. And in case you didn't know, I am on Patreon. Patreon is where we do all of my pattern tests. I reveal all of my patterns for the first time on there. My level 2 through 4 friends exclusively tested the Little Pup dress up pattern for me, and all level 2 through 4 friends will receive this pattern included in their membership. We do pattern tests, finalize patterns, bonus content, bonus events like plushie pageants, plushie contests, Patreon lives, and a bunch more. So if you would like to join our pattern test, get some finalized patterns, and join our community, the link is in the description box below. But alrighty, you guys, without further ado, let's get into today's video. Hello, you guys. Happy Wednesday. Well, it's Wednesday for me, not Wednesday for you. And if you were wondering why I'm so pumped today, well, there are a few reasons. First of all, I got to pet 2 dogs today and see my nephew this morning, so it's a very good day already. But we are also going to be crocheting some custom orders today. These orders have been on my to-do list for a little while now, and it is time for them to get off of my plate. So we are going to be working on some of them today, and then we'll do more in this video. I think we're gonna do a little bit of a sinker eye haul later in this video, which will be really fun. But I currently have 3 things on my custom order list, and I think we are going to go in order of like smallest to largest. So the first one we are going to start with is actually a Lil Larry dress up bundle. So normally I don't, well, I shouldn't say normally. I've been like on the fence lately about doing custom orders just because I've been so busy with like pattern writing and everything. So I haven't been accepting that many outside custom orders. Well, I haven't been accepting any like fully custom orders, but I have been accepting a few commission orders, if that makes sense. So I did receive this order from someone. Shout out to Alexis. They sent in such a fantastic story about wanting to give this to a loved one, and I was like, okay, yeah, we're gonna do this one. So for this first order, we are going to be crocheting, of course, a little land turtle, and then we're also going to be doing 8 different shells actually, and I already have 2 of them done. So the first one here is the rose one. Super cute. I made these during a Zoom like Patreon hangout, so I was very productive during it. We also did a little daisy shell as well, and then they also want a hamburger shell, an orange shell, a pineapple, raspberry, pizza, and a strawberry shell. So the first thing I'm going to get started with is the actual turtle, so then as we finish the shells we can do little fashion shows together. So first things first, let's go yarn shopping on my little yarn shelf back here and pick out all of the colors that we will need for this order. Does anybody else just write like the most random notes all on one sheet of paper and it's all like clumped together? Like, how am I supposed to remember what this means after 2 weeks? So for the hamburger, I actually already already have this one started, but this is for the mushrooms. So we're gonna start with a new one. I'm gonna grab this skein. We need parfait chunky almond butter. We also are gonna need some of the key lime for the lettuce, cardinal, the sunshine for the cheese, and then of course the chocolate for the veggie burger, of course. We'll grab some shell too for the sesame seeds. We'll use sunshine for the pineapple one as well, and then we'll also grab some of the emerald yarn for the stem. My arms are starting to get full. Then we have the raspberry. I'm going to use very berry for this one. I stocked up on the very berry because I knew it was being discontinued. Then we're gonna have pizza and also the red strawberry. Okay, so that should be everything. And we need white yarn too. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of yarn. Alrighty, and we have all of our yarn here. We're ready to go. And silly me, I forgot that I would need a full skein of the green yarn because I actually have to make the turtle itself. Perhaps like the most important part of this entire thing. I just finished making my adorable little turtle. I also just finished watching that movie on Netflix, Voicemails for Isabel, and I cried approximately 5 times. But here she is, you guys, so cute. I'll give you the little close-up here. So this is what she looks like without a shell on. I haven't made this pattern in a little while. It's been like several weeks at this point, so I'm excited to be able to make it again for this order. Let's do a little fashion show. So like I said, we already have the daisy shell made. If you're not familiar with this pattern, this is my Lil Larry, or I also call it the land turtle dress up pattern. And basically all the shells have these little straps on them and you just wrap them around all the little legs. So it's like an interactive pattern. It allows you to mix and match all the different shells. It's very fun. It's part of like my dress up series that I've been doing lately. And there she is, you guys, the lovely, lovely Daisy Larry. Such a cutie. I really, really love the shell. I just love all the frilly detail that goes around it. I also love the tail too, how it just kind of like sticks out the back there. Next for the fashion show, we have the rose top. I thought it was so funny. So I did the rose top for the little mushroom dress up, and when I did it like fully circular this way, it kind of looked like hair to me. I don't know why. It reminded me of Annie almost, but when you do it like this, so there's the little divot there for the head, I don't know, I'm not really getting hair vibes. It's really only for that one. But this is the close-up of the rose shell. I love this one too. There's just so much detail that goes into it with all of these individual petal rounds, and the texture is always just so much fun. So while I was watching the movie, when I started, I was just planning on making this, but then I kind of got sucked into the movie because I started watching it last night. So I actually ended up making another turtle shell here, and that was for the orange shell. This one is really quite straightforward. It's really just an orange shell with the little orange leaf on the top there. But I do love the color palette of this. I feel like it just screams summer with the bright green and orange colors. So currently, progress, we have 3 shells made, and of course we have 8 total. So the other ones that I have to do are the hamburger, pineapple, raspberry, pizza, and the strawberry. So I am going to go ahead and get to work on those, and then I'll check back in with you guys with another Lil Larry fashion show. So I just sat down to show you guys the turtles that I've made, and I looked out of my window. We have a hydrangea bush out there, and I saw this right out there, which is so just like appropriate, I guess, because in last week's video I gave you guys a snake saga update, and now here is another one. So after I took this picture, he then slithered away, so I can't show you right now. He was there, and now he's not. He has climbed down from the bush. It does appear to be a black snake, which I know they're good for like controlling pests and things like that, but nonetheless it still is just so freaky to me sometimes to see them. That's the first time that I've ever actually seen one like out the window. So when I was telling you guys last week that I was a little bit paranoid, it was for good reason, okay? Most of me doesn't really mind as long as they stay outside, but really the thing that kind of freaks me out is I don't want to, like when I'm working outside, I don't want to accidentally step on them, you know what I mean? Or like accidentally come across them, which is why I typically do the perimeter check with the rake, because then that will help kind of like move anything along that happens to be there. Anyway, moving on from that, I did make some more shells yesterday that I wanted to share with you guys. Let's talk about something else, shall we? So this was one that I made last night. It is the raspberry raspberry shell. So cute. I always love the texture on this one. It's just so much fun with all the different bobble stitches. How the raspberry shell came to be. So I think it was for, oh gosh, what pattern was it? I think it was actually this pattern. No, you know what it was? It was the original Larry the Land Turtle pattern where we did the whole like 10-in-1 mod pack. So I had written the pattern for the pineapple, and several of my Patreon members were like, oh my gosh, if you did like the same pattern but with the strawberry stem in purple and in this like berry color, you could totally also do a grape and a raspberry modification. And I thought that that was such a good idea because it helps you to achieve different fruits with a very similar pattern, so it makes it kind of more versatile. But this one, you guys, is one of my favorites. I love the pineapple shell so much. I think it's just the, obviously the bobble stitch detailing, but also the little stem that comes off the top. And I do really appreciate the color palette, just something about the lime green of the body and the yellow of the pineapple shell. It just looks very summer, you know, very tropical to me. I was able to get one more shell done last night. When I was doing this, I actually made the pineapple stem in a different way that requires less sewing. So I have, I think, devised a new way of doing it. So whenever we do like more pineapple modifications in the future for things, I will definitely be adding that to the pattern, because with this one, it works up all in one piece essentially, and then you just have to sew that to the body. So there is less sewing. So I'm really excited. It was just a little experiment as I was doing it, and I'm really glad that it worked out. And here we have these strawberry turtles. So cute. I love like the ones with the strawberry stems on them, because with these ones, you don't actually have to weave in your ends on the inside. I always just bring them to the inside here and tie them in a little knot and then push it back inside the stem. And it saves so much time. It's so lovely. So you guys, we officially have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 shells made. They all look so cute together. So we only have 2 more left to do for this order. And that of course is the hamburger shell and the pizza shell. So I'm gonna get to work on those, and then I'll hop back on with you guys once I have completed all 8 of the full set in this order. Pray for me that I don't see anything else out there. Alrighty you guys, and I just finished the last 2 shells for this order. So of course here is the pizza shell, and then one of my favorites, the hamburger shell. It's just so cute. There's so much detail in it. I love the lettuce and the cheese. I also went ahead and embroidered the little sesame seeds on top to just get that little bit of extra detail there. But here we have it, you guys. The first order is fully complete. Our little Larry with all 8 of his different shell modifications. Alexis, if you happen to be watching, thank you so much for having me make this order for you. It was so much fun getting the chance to make this pattern again, and it really reminded me that I need to make some more of these again for my next Palm Street Live. I would love to make like another little turtle dress up building station with a bunch of turtles and all the different shells, because all of these outfits just look so stunning together. The colors are always amazing. Alrighty, now moving on to the next order. So this next one is from Kim. Shout out to Kim. So they would like me to make a jumbo taco cat for them, which is amazing because I have not made a taco cat in a really long time. And if you guys didn't see last week's video, my newest pattern is the 6-in-1 Lil Pup dress up pattern, and one of the outfits included in that pattern is the taco pup. And of course, all of the outfits are removable and interchangeable, so it comes with like the hot dog and the french fries and the subwoofer. There's also a pepperoni pizza, and what's the other? Oh my gosh, the corn on the cob. How could I forget the corn on the cob? But I was designing that and I had the thought that it would be a cool idea to also make a cat that would be the same size so the outfits would be compatible. Because just imagine like at a market, you see a little dress up station and you have not only the option to choose the different outfits, but also the option to choose whether you want a cat or a dog. And really the reason I thought of that was because of the taco pup. I was like, oh my gosh, what if we did a taco cat, but like a dress up taco cat? Especially since this pattern was a callback to the hot dog pup pattern. So that one could be a callback to the taco cat pattern. So I'm very excited to get the opportunity to make this pattern again. I also mentioned, I think it was in last week's video or the video before that, whenever we did the yarn haul, I have not touched my jumbo yarn in quite a while, just because I've really been focusing lately on basically pattern designing, and I pretty much exclusively pattern design using my Parfait Chunky yarn back here. So I've been itching to make something using using my jumbo yarn. So this is going to be the perfect project for it. I'm so excited. Okay, so this is the color palette that we are going to be working with. My goodness, this yarn is so large. So the cat is going to be made using black yarn, and then we are going to make the little toe beans using this gray yarn. I think we're also going to add a few extra toe beans as well, so that'll be really fun. I have this yarn color. I'm pretty sure this is like mustard or something like that. This is the perfect shade for the taco shell. And then of course we have red for the tomato, green for the lettuce, and then at the very end we are going to be embroidering some shredded cheese at the top using these two colors. And then they also requested custom green sinker eyes, which is very exciting for me. It's actually been a while since I've made anything using sinker eyes, just because we've been making a lot of dress up patterns lately, and pretty much all of those patterns just use plain safety eyes. So I'm very excited. I have so many options here, and pretty much all of them are by Christine with What's Up Cupcake. The pair that I use really just depends which size fit the proportion of the cat's face best. And I have no idea because I've never made a jumbo taco cat before, so this will be a nice experiment. But these ones are an option right here. So these are pistachio and these are 25 millimeters. And then I also have the meadow option. These are 30 millimeters. Plus there's also these plain green sparkly pair that I have that are also 30 millimeters. So I don't know, I'm probably going to fit all of them on and just see which one not only fits best in terms of the size, but also like which color stands out best, I guess, with the rest of the yarn. So I'm going to get started with making this jumbo taco cat. I'm so excited, and I'll check back in with you guys once we've made a little bit of progress with it. Do you guys want to see the progress that I made on the jumbo taco cat? I hope you're hungry for nothing. Hopefully you guys have heard that audio before and you get that reference. Otherwise that would be very strange. But as you can see here, I did not make very much progress yesterday. So I was planning on working on this during my Patreon live that I did last night. However, I just got to yapping and chatting and I didn't work on it like at all. This is all that I did. This is going to be like the center of the paw for the paw print on it. So anyway, I'm going to be working on this today, but not before we head to the post office because I have some things that I need to ship off today. The first one being this adorable fuzzy weighted rose Larry that I made last week. So cute. This of course is my Larry the Land Turtle mod pack pattern. This is the first time I've ever made the rose Larry in the Feels Like Bliss yarn. So I'll give you guys a close up here of how it looks. I wish you could feel this texture. It's just so fun feeling it in this fuzzy yarn with all of these different layers of like the petal detailing. I did the cream color on the bottom. I like that differentiation. Look at all those toe beans. And of course it's totally filled with weighted pellets. We've got a little blush embroidery detail on there, and these eyes are by the one and only Christine with What's Up Cupcake. And this one is going off to Lily. So Lily, if you're watching, I am so excited for you to get your fuzzy weighted Larry. I really want to make another one. I'm trying to decide which one I want to do. I mean, I would love to do a blue one. Wow. What I mean by that is a blueberry one, obviously. Oh, and I would love to do a daisy one too. And you know what would also be fun? Okay, do you guys remember when I did the fuzzy weighted cow burger? So imagine the hamburger version of Larry, but just fuzzy and weighted. I feel like that would be really cool too. All right, everybody say goodbye to Lil Larry. I am going to miss him. He's been sitting and staring at me on my shelf for a while now. Such a little cutie. I'm so excited for Lily to get him. And the other thing that we are going to be shipping off today is of course our Lil Larry with all 8 of those shell variations. I just need to rearrange everything in this box to make sure it's nice and neat and it fits okay. All right, and there he is with all of his outfits. It looks so cute in this box, you guys. I love it so much. Everybody say goodbye to our Lil Larry. So actually just now somebody sent me a message inquiring about one of my sus ostriches that I've had for a long time, which is very funny because somebody yesterday inquired about one too. I just haven't heard back from them yet, so I don't know if they will get it or not. But it's so funny. It kind of always happens that way. Like I'll have a plushie for months and then like I don't hear anything, and then in the same day or at least like really close together, 2 people will reach out about the same item. It's just kind of funny how it always happens that way. But somebody else reached out today and said that they saw my sus ostrich reel and they wanted him. So he's definitely getting his hopes up here. So we might be shipping him off today. We just have to see if the order is finalized before I go to the post office. If it is, then I will be able to ship this guy. If not, he'll have to just spend a few more days with me. I hope that's okay. And for everyone's sake, I hope that, you know, the other one gets adopted too, because otherwise that's what I'm going to be looking at. And I can feel his judgment every single day. But alrighty guys, I'm going to head off to the post office, and when I check back in with you, hopefully we will have made more progress on this jumbo taco cat. Alrighty, I've just returned from the post office, and you might notice that this sus ostrich up here is looking just a little lonely. Literally, I was in my car and I turned it on when I noticed the person placed the order for the other sus ostrich, so I like ran back into the house and packed it up for them. So I was able to ship the sus ostrich today. I'm very happy for that sus ostrich. It's been waiting a long time to find its home, and now this one up here is just all by himself, looking a little upset about it. At least he has the sus owl to keep him company. So I have made some progress on the jumbo taco cat. So I made all of the legs. This person did have a special request to have the 2 front legs have 6 toe beans on it, and then the 2 back legs have the original 4. So I went ahead and did that and just kind of manipulated the pattern a little bit to get a few more of those toe beans. I just really like the little detailing on there. I usually do it in pink yarn, but they specifically requested for them to be gray. And this is what the head is looking like. It's actually really quite large. It's kind of funny too, in like the early stages here, it almost kind of looks like a bear as well. Like it could kind of go either way. And I know we were chatting about, so I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to use the 30 millimeters or the 25 millimeters, that we were going to have to see which ones fit the head the best. And even though the head is quite large, I do still think that the 25 millimeters are probably the best fit. So let's go ahead and try those on. And again, these are by Christine with What's Up Cupcake. They're always so gorgeous. I love them so much. We are going to be using these bottom pair down here. These are the pistachio ones. If you guys want to get some eyes from Christine, I will put the link to her shop in the description below. Okay, I actually might change my mind again. So this is what the 25 millimeters are looking like. They actually look a little bit smaller than I was expecting. So I do want to try on the 30s just to compare the two and see which ones I like better. So these are the 30 millimeters. So pretty and sparkly. We are going to be trying these bottom ones down here, the meadow ones. And that is what the 30 millimeters are looking like. You guys, I think I'm actually going to go with the 30 millimeters. I just, whenever I'm like deciding on one size or the other for an eye, I usually err on the larger side because I just love how it makes it look. It just looks so adorable with like the larger eyes. It always kind of reminds me of like Puss in Boots when he does like the really sweet face. So it is decided we are going to go with the 30 millimeter eyes. So if you ever want to make a jumbo taco cat, highly recommend the 30 eyes. And these were the meadow ones. They're so pretty. They have green underneath, which is what the buyer requested, but then they also have those little gold sparkles on top. So I'm going to set these in place, and then I'm also going to work on embroidering the face details as well. This one can be a little bit more complicated just because I always like to embroider the nose and like the mouth, if that makes sense, and then also the whiskers. And the buyer did request a dark gray nose and white whiskers, so I'm going to try my very best to make that happen. So I wanted to show you guys the progress that I've made on this taco cat. So this is what the head ended up looking like. I love it so much. I think that the 30 millimeter eyes were definitely the perfect fit for it. I also like how they're kind of a little bit closer together. I think it just makes it look so adorable, and I'm very proud of like the embroidered details that I was able to do for the mouth and the whiskers and the nose. So they of course wanted the white whiskers and the gray nose, and I figured because of the darker yarn it just made sense to do the mouth detailing in the white yarn as well. And I really like the way that it turned out, especially with these eyes. They're so pretty. So the plan was to finish it last night, and then I got this far in the body and I realized, so over there hiding behind Sus Chick there is another skein of black Sweet Snuggles yarn, or so I thought. So there is one back there, but it turns out it's actually Sweet Snuggles Light. So the yarn is considerably smaller than the jumbo yarn, so I wasn't able to actually finish it last night. I pulled it out and I was like, oh my gosh, you've got to be kidding me. I blame Sus Chick for kind of hiding that from me. So last night Mr. Ale took me to Michael's on our way out, and I did get another skein of Sweet Snuggles, so today we can finish this project. This is the progress that I've made so far on the body. So I have most of the body done. I just have a few more rounds of some single crochets, and then of course I just have to attach the back legs and make the tail, and then after that it's pretty much just assembly. But because I wasn't able to finish the actual cat last night, I did work on the taco. And you guys, can we just appreciate like how large this taco shell is right now? Like, it is absolutely massive. This is kind of what it looks like on the top of my head. Why does it kind of make me look like a mushroom? So it really did turn out quite large, and when we fold it in half, this is how it's going to look on the side of the taco cat. Of course, it had to be pretty large in size because this cat is going to be pretty big, so I'm very excited to see what it looks like once it all comes together. Yesterday, I spent a bunch of time out in the garden bed pulling weeds and all of those things, and then of course I was also working on this, and today I feel just a little bit sore right here. And I was trying to decide if it was because of the weed pulling or if it was because of the crocheting with the jumbo yarn. I think it was probably the weed pulling because really I didn't do that much crocheting with the jumbo yarn yesterday, but I always feel like jumbo yarn takes so much more effort, you know? So I was kind of like, wait, was this from crochet? But then I thought, no, it's probably those 2 full massive bags, like the Lowe's bags that you filled with weeds. Crazy story. This is so random. There's a little part of the yard that I had been like neglecting a little bit, and yesterday I was like, okay, you know what? We're going out there. We're gonna be pulling these weeds. I was so upset. I didn't realize it until after I had already pulled it. I accidentally pulled out a tomato plant, but it was so weird. Like, I have no idea why there would have been a tomato plant over there. Like, our garden is on the complete other side of our yard, and it wasn't until I pulled it out and I saw like the little tomatoes on it where I was like, oh my gosh, no! I was so upset, but I was also very fascinated at the fact that there was a tomato plant over there. I just thought it was so strange. Has anybody else ever found a random tomato plant anywhere else where they haven't expected one? That has never happened to me before, and I was very surprised by it. But anyway, that was like a random little tangent. Before we finish this taco cat, I wanted to take a little break. So yesterday when I went to the post office to drop off those few orders, I had this package in my P.O. box. It is from the one and only Beauty and Beast Designs. I'm so excited. Let us open it together. Just a little fun mail in here. I can't wait to see what is inside. Oh my goodness. Wait, where's the business card? Oh wait, here's the business card. Sorry, it was in between the two things. Yay! Oh my gosh, Katrina, that is so nice. So Katrina is one of my lovely Patreon members, and recently she has started selling sinker eyes in her online shop. So I will link that for you guys in the description below, and here is also her Instagram handle. But let's look at some of the eyes she sent. I'm so excited. And again, that is Beauty and Beast Designs if you are looking for some sinker eyes. Okay, so these first ones, these are 25mm and they're labeled as Princess. Oh my goodness, stop it. Guys, look at these. These are absolutely gorgeous. Look at those colors. Look at that sparkle. I feel like Princess is the perfect name for these sinker eyes. I cannot get over the color. Oh my gosh, Katrina, they are absolutely gorgeous. I love them so much. I am a sucker for these sparkly sinker eyes. I love them. I mean, as you can see here, the ones that we used for the taco cat. Whenever I'm looking to get safety eyes on like Palm Street and stuff like that, I always go for the sparkly ones, as you guys have probably seen in my past like sinker eye hauls that I've done. And these pairs, so these are 25mm and these are labeled Dragon's Night. I'm excited to see these ones. And there they are, you guys. So pretty. They have kind of like a darker background and then some pink sparklies in there. There's also a little bit of kind of like mint green speckled in there as well. I love the sparkles, and also I love them because they're very versatile, you know, so they could go with like a bunch of different projects, color palettes, things like that. And I feel like 25mm are probably the size that I use the most. I would say either 25s or 30s. So Katrina, thank you so much for sending me these sinker eyes. I love them so much. And again, if you are watching and you would like to get some of these sinker eyes, I will place Katrina's shop link in the description box below. We're gonna have to think about what we're gonna make with these ones. What do you guys think? What should we make with these ones? I feel like, I don't know, I've really been wanting to revisit some of my past patterns lately. I've been wanting to do like a full series for so long, remaking all of my past patterns, which of course would take a very long time. So maybe I can use these to make some of my past patterns. I feel like, oh my gosh, could you guys imagine a Diva Rex using the Princess princess eyes, I feel like that would be perfect. But alrighty, you guys, for now, I'm going to finish working on this jumbo taco cat, and I will officially check back in with you guys once it is fully complete. Thank goodness I got this extra skein here. And here she is, you guys. Yay! I am so happy to share that I have officially finished the jumbo taco cat, and I think I might have mentioned it before. This is my very first time ever making a jumbo taco cat. I'd only ever made it before, I believe, using Parfait Chunky. I actually think I also made one using demi pearl yarn, but this is my first time ever using jumbo yarn and with an 8mm hook. So this is about the size that it turned out. If we measure, it is about 14 inches long, which is crazy. So let me give you guys a close-up again of the face. I just love those embroidered detailings, and these eyes are absolutely perfect. The 30mm were like the perfect proportion, I guess, for the size of the head. You'll notice we also did the 6 toe beans on the front and then the 4 toe beans on the back. And let me show you guys the close-up here on this taco detailing. So for the taco cat, I always try to do 3 rows of the lettuce and then 6 individual tomatoes and then all of the shredded cheese detailing. All of these toppings are crocheted directly into the body, and it's just so much fun. I love the level of detail that's included with it, and the taco turned out absolutely amazing. So excited. Kim, if you are watching, thank you so much for having me make this adorable jumbo taco cat for you and for giving me an excuse to explore this pattern again. I definitely want to do like a taco cat dress up. It would be the perfect addition to the little pup dress up pattern. So if you are keeping track, we still have one more custom order to do, and that is the biggest one out of all of the 3, and I cannot wait to share with you guys what that is going to be. Just a little hint for you guys, it's going to be made using all of this pink fluffy yarn over here in my whip cart, and I cannot wait to see what size it's going to turn out, because I'm going to be using Loops and Threads, the faux fur yarn, and that's about the same size as the Sweet Sungles jumbo yarn. Like, I always use an 8mm hook for it, so it's going to be very interesting to see how large this next custom order turns out, but we are going to tackle that in next week's video. So thank you guys so much for watching and for coming along as we finish these custom orders and opened up some sinker eyes together. I cannot wait to finish that last custom order with you guys in next week's video, and also in next week's video we are going to be doing a little bit of pattern writing together as well for my next pattern after the little pup dress up pattern. As always, if you guys were crocheting while watching this video, let all of us know what you were making in the comments, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I will see you in next week's video. Bye!